I am Dyflin in the Thrones of Britannia. I have realized the Gwynedd campaign, which is on hard difficulty, is going on a little too well. And so I have started in parallel a second campaign. It's a Dyflin campaign. The Dyflin where Vikings settled in Ireland, where modern Dublin is. And so I'll be doing this campaign on legendary difficulty. It will be a very fast campaign, so clearly I won't be saving battles, I won't be saving the campaign, so just be going very fast. I won't be editing the videos, and so everything will be very fast. So let's start with this campaign. So Vikings, Sea Kings, Dyflin or Sudria. I'll go for Dyflin. It will be on legendary difficulty. Here are the control features and the faction features. You can gain, you can launch expeditions, you can gain tribute from various heroic acts. So we've gone to the campaign, we have to eliminate some rebels, which are not far from Dublin, Dyflin. And this is our king, King Barder. King Barder, something like that. And he will attack a rebel army led by a man called Niall. So we'll go straight into the battle. This will be a blow-by-blow campaign. What you see is what you get. Now I don't like the rain since the enemy doesn't have archers, as many archers rather as I do. Oops, I said dry too late. So let's see what the next one is. Rain. Of course, we're in Ireland. Okay, luckily dry, so can fight the battle in dry weather. So we have 2 units of axemen, a unit of spearmen, some archers and javelin men. Okay, they seem happy to see some action. They are cheering. So, just the standard thing. Normally I prefer to put the missile units behind the main line. Normally, not always.
Bowman! Our foes will fall.
So, taking them off, skirmish mode. They're all blocked together. And we're off to battle.
Speed it up.
And I'll go on maximum speed. Now we're hurrying up towards our enemy. Unfortunately, the AI faction sets up his army always a great distance away. Maybe if you want me, I can cut out some of this stuff. But for now, I am including everything except maybe the game turn changes, or if the screen goes black between something like between a battle and a campaign. Maybe I'll cut out those things. But you'll see basically everything that's going on. And I'm hoping to finish this in 8 episodes. Hopefully. Short legendary campaign. So no zooming in, no close-ups, at least the frame rate will stay high this way. Nobody will complain that the frame rate drops when I zoom into battles. Which happens. The frame rate drops by half by recording the battle, and then another half by zooming in. So the frame rate is 25% what it should be when I zoom in and record. So the enemy is still not responding now, seems to be making some tentative moves. Okay, let's hurry up. It looks like they've made up their minds to attack. So on the right we have the enemy general. He is on a cavalry unit. He has a cavalry bodyguard. The enemy has started shooting arrows at us, and they also have some javelin cavalry on the left. So one unit engaged the infantry, most of the infantry, second unit engaged the rest of the infantry, and then we have the spearmen free. And the spearmen free, the spearmen on the right have charged the enemy bodyguard, the enemy general. And we still have our general free. And our missile units are shooting at the enemy javelin cavalry. It looks like the enemy general is retreating. He was losing the fight against our spearmen. And now those archers started shooting at the back of the spearmen. So spearmen charged the archers. But the archers are running off, so we can rear-end those two units that are engaged on our left. The enemy general has come closer. We can start shooting him with our missile units. Okay, he's joined the melee. That's a very bad idea. One of the units on the left has routed. No doubt it will come back because it's legendary difficulty, so routed units will come back all the time. And so the units on the left have been routed, but it doesn't mean much. So they basically disengage. Now we send all our units in the direction of the enemy general. Just the missile units are shooting at those guys who were routing. Nonetheless, they got rallied. So we go back to targeting in the Jav Cav. Our infantry is doing reasonably well. The enemy general has survived. He's running off with just about 4 companions. And now it looks like they want to attack our archers. Very sneaky, but he is shaken. And so he's not so sure he wants to attack. Meantime, our archers are shooting at him. They killed one of his bodyguards. It looks like he's been routed once again. In the center, our infantry has defeated the enemy, and so now our enemy is running off. I was playing the battle on maximum speed. Never mind, it went okay. The bad thing is that a lot of units have escaped, so we have to fight another battle. We don't have any cavalry at this point. As you can see, the enemy had plenty of cavalry and light units, and they ran off. So we lost 128 men. The enemy lost 3 times, about 2.5 to 3 times as many. Still got 3 units left. Enemy killed in battle. We gained some tribute. That's the mechanic for Dyflin. When we win battles, so we're doing well in the campaign, we gain tribute, and so we attack the rebels a second time. They were trying to run away, and we will auto-resolve in the middle way. And it looks like that finished them off.
My prowess increases!
And our king has gained in command, or he's gained an ancillary follower. War fervor probably has gone up, maybe, hopefully. It's 14. I expect war fervor will be an issue on legendary difficulty. Okay, let's build some things. Ship, fort, and we'll build potentially another one here, and some pastures, cattle pastures, and that's probably maybe enough for now. Okay, we can build some more cattle ranches here. And a Viking harbor. They give various bonuses, these things like faster replenishment, things like that. these reddish things on the left. You can get them only in major settlements, in walled settlements. Okay, so that was the end of the first turn. That was the spring of 878 AD. And I will have to go through millions of factions, so I'm going to cut this part off, if you don't mind, and jump straight to the start of the next game turn. So we are at the start of the next game turn. Apparently you can annex some other settlements, and I guess it's the rest of the province that we will have an unhappy populace if we do that, but we said yes. So the entire province now was united, they just submitted it to us. And the Thunder Swords are now able to go back home to Dyflin and replenish their ranks. Here's our king, he's gained a follower, he already had a champion as a follower. And good things for General Art Forger and Quartermaster, potentially also Priest. Of course, the Companion is also a very good one. So we can get some heavy axemen here. I'm sure these are the best option for the Vikings. So also some cavalry, which I really like, even if it's light. Javelin cavalry, missile cavalry is very, very useful, especially because it's fast and it can catch up with enemy generals and whatever, and can pin them down. So I can also shoot at the back of heavy enemy units. So Jav Cav, enemy assault Cav is a great sort of card to have. So we have some foreign trespassers. I'm not sure who they are. I think they were the units of that faction that got annexed. So the province of Braga now is fully controlled by our faction. And we moved on to 878 AD. We're in the autumn of 878 AD. I cut off the change in the game turn change. Okay, here's our heir, Zigfjordr or something. Zigfjordr and Badr. So both our king and our heir are now active generals, and what we can do is both of them get 50% upkeep discounts, and so we can exchange the units, and we can have one of them on the field, the other one training units into Dyflin, and we can make Dyflin our main base for training units. So here's again the building queue. We can probably build something. So more pastures who basically need to get some food, because at this point we can only recruit about, what is it, about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 units, 14 with a prince. But it would be nice to have a bigger army, you know, in case so we can create those heavy no, we'll get some light levy spearmen for now. The heavy spearmen obviously will be better. Okay, we'll get a heavy spearman as well. Now we get some heavy spear cavalry, rather. And so we have now some melee cavalry and 2 javelin cavalry units. Okay, next game turn. We're moving off to the winter of 878. Blade is out at sea. They have a fleet out at sea. They are the only ones who seem to be doing anything at the moment. And the winter has arrived.
We pledge your service.
Okay, we have another faction to our left. They have an army in their capital
We're about to dock.
with 15 units. But I should probably be able to take that settlement easily by doing some sneaky moves and drawing the army away and defeating it out in the field. And so we'll build some more kind of food production facilities. That island, the Isle of Man, is a very useful place. It's probably a place that nobody will attack, hopefully, unless that person was a human player, but the AI probably will not attack that place. And so it's a nice place to have, very secure. So, back to the recruitment area. We can recruit one more unit. That heavy spear infantry is very expensive. So the Vikings have raided something or other. The heavy spear infantry, the spear herdman, is a very expensive unit, but probably that means it is a very good unit as well, hopefully. Elite spear infantry, looks like it has a lot of defense and reasonable melee skill. So, the governor of Dyflin, named he's the governor of the Isle of Man here, has gained an ancillary. We have finished the cattle grazing.
Longships high.
Longships high. The ancestors of modern pirates. 17th century pirates.
We will make swords.
Okay, so we're at war with that next faction next to us, Lygin. And we have attacked their harbour.
Ships at your command.
So first we sacked it, now we can take it, we can occupy it. This will hopefully draw them out of their capital, of their walled settlement.
Yes, indeed.
That's the plan. Okay, capturing that place has lowered the loyalty of everyone. So it must have estates. Okay, we still have money for some units, and we have to take on that army that's stationed in the enemy capital. And it's a reasonably big army, and I don't know what kinds of units it has. So, keep recruiting. And we still have money left to build something. Okay, we'll recruit another guy. He costs nothing, so he can help us in our campaign. So these two guys who are moving on their own without an army are only there to distract the enemy and take its settlements. And I just have to maneuver so that our king will catch him somewhere and defeat him in battle as he's chasing after our solitary generals. So, indeed, we have some estates here, so let's hand them out. Hand them out to the first general in the list without estates, and usually that pacifies the generals after him, because they somehow are there in order of recruitment, therefore in order of seniority, I think. And so if you appease the top guy, the other ones get happy as well. Within reason, of course. You cannot give all the estates to the guy at the top. So here is the rest of our kingdom. You can build more cattle grazing pastures. Dyflin as a faction also get some slave trading thing. There's a special building, that yellow building you see on the bottom left. Another faction has been destroyed. We moved over to 879, the summer of 879. And here is our family tree. And here's our growing kingdom. We're growing very fast, considering. And it looks like we have another general who's unhappy for loyalty, Rogwald. So probably we'll hand him over something, so he's gotten that estate.
We'll see this through.
Indeed. So it looks like we pulled out the general from the comfort of his home, the enemy king. He's got... Okay, we're taking the second settlement here. This place called Ferna. And might as well sack it, just in case the enemy takes it. Because now it's a case of kind of maneuvering around. We have to catch now the enemy general somewhere. We have to somehow corner him in a way that he's forced into battle. Now he's out of his fortified settlement. And so now we move over our king. Or maybe not quite yet. What I'm going to do is wait for the enemy general maybe to make a move. Go one step away so he cannot reinforce his capital. And then I will attack the capital. Okay, we're retraining our units. Seems like they're replenishing reasonably fast. Guess that's because of the high war fervor and the tribute we're getting.
Our foes shall fall.
Okay, so we get some of those ships over there on the Isle of Man as well. So our enemy is now left down to one settlement. And maybe, hopefully he will start feeling the pressure of food shortages and a suffering economy. We'll see. And I stopped the campaign here for a bit, so I'm starting again. So resume the campaign. You see in the map what's going on. Back where we were. we're waiting for the enemy king to make a move. We're in the summer of 879. This is our heir, our prince, Sigurður.
Our foes shall fall.
So now we can attack. This fortified settlement. The enemy general cannot reinforce. It needs 2 game turns to get here. So the defenders have 6 units. We have a clear superiority here, and so we'll build a few things and then we will attack.
Plunder and glory! My warriors are ready.
And we've got a new general there. Here's a general recruited earlier.
To war we go.
And here's our faction heir. The enemy king is moving towards Antinbear Moor.
Enemy blood.
Okay, some problem around here. Looks like we cannot move very fast in this area. That's all the ground we could cover there. There are very interesting monuments on the ground. There's a monolith around some kind of mound or something. Okay, so keep commissioning various things to be built. So more cattle pastures. This guy has an interesting name. Sigtrygr. Very Viking-ish. Okay, so it looks like there are a couple of factions that like us. I think they're all Sea Kings.
My halls are enriched by your visit.
Okay, that's very good. Declaration of friendship. They like that. So this is Sudria. This is our fellow Sea Kings. I am guessing here, I'm not really an expert on the Vikings, but I'm guessing that the Sea Kings split away from the main Norse king. And here's one of the other factions. 2 of the other Sea King factions, they're not playable. They don't want to join us. They don't want to extend a hand of friendship. So that is not very good news for them, because they are next to us. And so finally the enemy king reached this place, Antinbear Moor. One of the Irish factions, I think, Limeca, has died out. And we are now ready to attack. That's the enemy capital. We have clear superiority. I will auto-resolve and we'll use balanced tactics. So I'll be flying through this campaign. Not that many battles, no pretty scenes, no close-ups of fighting men, fighting or anything like that. So, let's occupy this place. And so now the enemy king's left with 2 small villages, like 2 small estates. It will not be easy for him to take this place back. We'll see what he does next. We can, in principle, appoint a governor. This is likely to cause problems with the loyalty. The more generals you have active, it looks like the more loyalty issues you have. It's better to keep generals inactive. Once you activate them, then they want a share of what's there, and that creates some loyalty issues.
Our foes shall fall.
Here's a general who was in our capital in Dyflin.
You can rely
So he'll have to start making some moves himself. Really, whatever is here must be very rugged terrain, because our general here, Zigfroda, can barely move in this sort of area. And here's this place, Castle Tone, on the Isle of Man. Rogold can become a governor of this new province, of the province of Lyogen, I suppose. Okay, our enemy has 3 settlements, so let's see what they can do with those
enemy blood
settlements.
will flow.
The place the enemy king got back has some fields, so now he's under less pressure to feed his men. I still find it difficult to see how he can feed his men with just that one
We will
settlement.
bring you glory.
And that was the end of this episode of the Dyflin campaign, the first episode. Thank you for watching.
March on! Onward to glory!